Hey y'all, if you're new here, I'm Shayna. I'm reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 10. Like, this season is just breezing through. Can y'all believe it? We're on Episode 10 already. But I definitely want to get into it before I do. If you've been here before and you have not subscribed, definitely help out a baby YouTuber like me. Hit the subscribe, like, comment, share. It definitely motivates me to keep going. I'm trying to grow my channel, so definitely grow with me. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Y'all know how I do with this particular show. I have to go couple by couple because the show is 2 hours long. So that's just how we gonna do it. I'm gonna start off with Kristen and Mitch. I don't think the episode really gave too much, but one particular couple gave a lot and it got a little spicy at the very end. So let's go ahead. Kristen is doing arts and crafts with her friend Zoe. She's venting about feeling hurt about Mitch's reactions to her flipping homes. I just think she's hurt overall with how he reacts to basically anything that's important to her. He pretty much has no interest, and you know, you can see it on her face that it just upsets her when he responds that way. Zoe just doesn't think that he values Kristen. She doesn't think that he values her friend. Obviously, Kristen's feeling the same because she said something last week. So I think she's feeling it a little bit as well. I just think it's taking him longer to come around because he wasn't initially interested in her. So he's not going to be where she is just yet, even though she gave up the goods. You know, still takes time to kind of build. I do think that he's coming around, but will it be enough on decision day? We'll see. So Sasha'S dog sitting Luna, that's Kristen's dog, her baby. And while Kristen and Mitch are going off to celebrate their 1 month anniversary on a special date, Sasha's gonna take Luna on because she wants to show Nate, you know, he wants a dog and she wants to show him she's ready to take on a dog, babies, whatever. So Luna needs a lot of care, and Kristen is rambling on about this list, and you got to do this to clean her face. It was a lot. I mean, she's a high maintenance little mama. Like, I had a dog, and I have to do all this. It is just a smidge excessive, but when you love your pet, you're just gonna do whatever. So hopefully she's in good care, because Sasha was looking like, what did I get myself into? Mitch is just cracking up because he already know. So they get to the date and they wind up at a retreat. Mitch mentions that, you know, seems like a hint of Buddhism. I don't know, but I know that they were going to do yoga. He's moaning and groaning like, what is happening? I think he was doing it on purpose to make the lady laugh, because it is not that much moaning and groaning in the world. I mean, he wasn't getting a massage. He wasn't doing it. I mean, I know you got to get a good stretch every now and then. The muscles get tight and everything, but it did not cause for all of that grunting. It was just unnecessary. But they received their basket with their wedding photos. We know they tend to do this for the 1 month anniversary. So, you know, they're in a good space and they're reminiscing and they love the photos. They didn't replay that he really wanted her mama, thank goodness. So they're happy in this moment. We move on and they're on the group date because, you know, they're doing a lot of group dates. Much more, like, I liked how, you know, initially, way back in the day, if you were an original Married at First Sight viewer like I am, they never used to do group dates. The honeymoons weren't together. Like, they were just straight separate. They didn't even have shared apartments. They would have to find their own places for the 6 weeks. It wasn't even 8. But I like that they started incorporating the couples getting together, but there's too much of it, almost to the point where they're each other's therapists and the experts are nowhere to be found. Like, does Dr. Pepper even work for y'all anymore? I can't tell. I don't know. There's no experts at all anymore. We see them in the first episode and the last. Like, that's it. But they're on the group dates and, you know, they're at dinner and everyone's kind of going around talking about their marriage. And Mitch was like, you know, Kristen, how do you feel? And Kristen said, you know, I want you to go first. I would like for you to go first. So he goes first and he's just saying that, you know, he wasn't quite ready to get married. He's feeling a bit overwhelmed. At least he's sounding overwhelmed to my ears. Like, he just wasn't all that prepared for it. And it upsets Kristen a little bit because she did say when the ladies met before she even got married, she didn't want a man who was like in his late 30s, who never been in a serious relationship and just wasn't sure about being married. And she got Mitch, who's 41, never been in a relationship, and it sounds uncertain, like he don't know what's going on. And she's like, you know, she reassures him, you know, I see you've been trying and all, and I'll give you that. I like how she delivers it because she never just goes straight into it like some of the other wives, one in particular, but I'm gonna wait till we get there. She reassures him first, and then she kind of lets her feelings be known. Like, she get with Mitch. She don't just, you know, we be feeling like, you know, Mitch is getting over, but she be letting Mitch know how she feel. Now, will she keep bending over backwards is the problem, because don't say all this and continue to spread yourself so thin. But she reminds him, you signed up to be married. You signed up for this. So why did you sign up for this if you weren't married? And she's saying, you know, she feels like everything is going well because she's always compromising. And I can see that. He won't even put on a t-shirt for her. So I'm just saying. And she's just wondering, when will it be her turn? When will he compromise for her? And you know what? Honestly, they just got married and things like that, and it shouldn't be this way. But I hear women, and I personally have felt this way myself in relationships, marriages, engaged, whatever. So I know that, you know, this may be common amongst women, unfortunately. Not speaking for everyone, just some that I personally know or hear or speak to in the bathroom or see on the group chat or whatever, that they feel like, when is it going to be my turn? You know, we're always giving kudos when a man is fathering his child. It's like, oh, you're such a good father. You're such a good husband. Oh my gosh, you're so supportive. You sent flowers. And it's like, when are we going to get acknowledged for what we do? It's expected of us as women, whereas they kind of get praised. And I know men feel the opposite with certain things as well. So, but I see where she's coming from. And he's just encouraging her, like, speak on it, you know, speak up for yourself, express yourself. Like, when it comes to me, you don't have to worry about being timid around me because I'm not about to walk away. Say how you feel, say what you mean what you say. So I do like his response. That was nice of him to do that. So we move on. I'm going to save them for later. So I'm going to go to Alexis and Justin. Actually, you know what? Let's do Lindy and Miguel because I have like 2 sentences on them. Like, I almost forgot that they were there. Like, I'm like, who is the 5th couple? It was taking a while to just jog my memory. We could kind of go back to 4 couples. Like, the 5th don't never really be given. You know what I'm saying? So Lindy and Miguel go on a very cold, it was supposed to be romantic. Cold and romance don't go together for me. I don't do cold. I don't like cold. You're in California. Y'all have on coats and scarves, hats and gloves. No, I cannot stand the cold. And I live on the East Coast, and I can't stand living here like for 10 months out of the year because it's too cold. So they're basically saying they're perfect for each other, blah, blah, blah. Then they get their wedding photos for their 1 month, and Lindy is criticizing and critiquing everything, and it's like, do you have anything positive to say? And she was kind of getting on my nerves a little bit with that because she was just looking for things like, girl, just enjoy the moment. Y'all didn't know each other. Relax. Even Miguel called her out for being so negative. But I think maybe she might have been nervous just seeing it and, you know, knowing that she didn't really look relaxed. But he's like, they're fine. So stop overthinking it. Just enjoy it. Y'all made it a whole month. Like, just be happy. Because she kind of ruined it being a Debbie Downer. So they get to the group date. Miguel's telling everyone the marriage is better than expected. It's giving Justin and Alexis on the honeymoon because I feel like y'all are just, like, something's bound to happen. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop, honestly, because y'all acting like it's so perfect when y'all was literally, you know, about to tussle over that health insurance. But okay, let's let them have it, y'all. Then we get Alexis and Justin. I kind of want to save them for the end because of the end, but it, you know, whatever. Let's go ahead with it. So Justin meets with his brother. Alexis meets with her friend. I forgot their names. I'm sorry. Justin said that he needs to control his outbursts when he's talking to his brother. Alexis is saying the same thing to her friend. He needs to control his outbursts. And the friend said if decision day was today, what would your decision be? Alexis is undecided, but we the people know that the answer would be no. Like, let's just not even. But okay, we can keep on. I feel like they already said no every time I see Justin on that after show, if you ask me, allegedly. So the couple is doing some DIY crafting things. I'm not into all that. I'm sorry. I feel like it's not feminine to say, but I'm not. Like that crafty, like green thumb and all that. I don't want it. I don't think it's fun. I don't like it. I do it with my son's like school projects and stuff. I don't enjoy it. But it was cute. You know, the pictures that they got from their honeymoon and even after, they look like they could have been something. Like, I was rooting for them when I saw the pictures before the season started. Like, I really had high hopes. It's still early. You can turn around, but just in this moment, I'm like, something about those dogs just like, it just took a toll on this marriage. But you know, they're doing that. And Justin was saying he feels like he doesn't have enough time to fix the relationship. I guess he's worrying about decision day. Alexis is being optimistic, and she's kind of reassuring him. And she's like, "We've got plenty of time, this and that." She said, "By decision day." She didn't say like, why are we even talking about decision day? We got the rest of our lives. That's reassurance to me. Decision day. What's decision day? Like, we don't got to worry. She did kind of make a comment like, "I'm not keeping up with the weeks. I'm not paying attention to that." But I feel like saying like, I'm here for the long haul, kind of like what Lindy wanted to hear a little while back. I'm not even thinking about the due date, the end date. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about our future as a married couple. That's reassurance. But truth be told, she don't want that man. She do not want him. She didn't want him initially, and she don't want him now. The honeymoon's over, okay? So in the group date, after Kristen vents about how she feels, Justin is reassuring Mitch that he's doing a good job. You doing a good job. Ooh, you doing a good job. Shout out to TikTok. So I was thinking in my mind, like, this moment was kind of Kristen's, and then you talking about Mitch, like, can we let Kristen, she just said, when is it going to be my turn? And here you go reassuring Mitch in the same breath. Justin, be quiet. Okay. But they asked Alexis, how does she feel? She's kind of rolling her eyes, and she was saying, I think she said in the after show as well, that she was feeling like, okay, you can see the good in Mitch, but you're not making these changes for yourself. But she said she don't want to say nothing. He's getting upset because he's like, you don't have anything positive to say about our marriage? Like, I thought we were making strides and working on things. And I kind of felt a little bit of the same. Like, hey, when y'all was crafting and doing these art projects with these poster boards, you had all these positive things to say. Now when you get in front of everybody, you mute and you rolling your eyes and what's going on? What's happening? What done happen in that short period of time? So he's upset. And, you know, she's like, she won't say anything. It's awkward. There's tension. Everybody's looking around like, it's uncomfortable. Like, nobody just knows how to even move on. So she finally says he's inconsistent. And I can kind of see that. Maybe a little bit from what she was saying with the dog issues. And then he's, you know, very emotional one minute. Then he's in agreement with her about his emotions and saying, okay, I feel like he just agrees with her because he don't want to lose her type of thing. But she pushed, like, I think she was poking the bear a little bit this time because you know that would have upset him. So why would you even do that? Like, I don't know if she just don't like confrontation. She thought it was going to be an argument. They just cannot communicate well together. They just don't. I don't know. But everyone's still uncomfortable. And she's saying, like, you was going on about how he hurt her. And I'm like, what hurt you specifically? I don't want to cross-reference shows, but if y'all watch my reviews on Ready to Love, there was somebody on there who was talking about her trauma, and it's like, like, y'all got us in the dark, because what are you talking about? What did he say? He's like, what did I say in this moment that hurt you? She's like, y'all talking about in this moment, but it's bigger than that. And it's like, if that's the case, and then say what it is, or, you know, there's ways to kind of shut it down, like, we can talk about this later in private or whatever. She didn't say none of that. She just runs off. She needs a break. It's a pattern. She's always doing that. She's a runner. She's a track star, a true meaning. She said that she's a runner. She meant it. She shows it. And her running all the time, her running away like this, is why he feels insecure at times. So, Sasha and Nate. Sasha is banking with her mom. Her mom is beautiful. Sasha's beautiful. And her mother is beautiful as well. So, love to see it. Sasha wants Nate to show her he loves her. Like, we 2 seconds in with them. Like, I'm not this again. Girl, let it happen when it happened. Please. Like, oh my gosh, we're not in high school. Don't do it. I didn't want this for her. I did not. I thought she was going to be like this boss. Like, I ain't worried about. I don't got nothing to worry about. I didn't expect this from her. So her mom says that she doesn't need to be in control of everything. And right, at this point, it's just a control issue. Like, he's not saying it on your time, so you're getting frustrated because he's not telling you what you want to hear when you want to hear it. So they discussed Sasha's trust issues, and the mother got upset because she felt like maybe she played a part in that. And maybe you did, Mom. I mean, the upbringing plays a part in your makeup. Sorry, I need some water. How you was raised, all that plays a part in shapes you and who you are, but we can't allow that to dictate everything we do when we are full-grown adults. Like, Sasha, you got to scale back a little bit. This is why you had to come to this process to get married, because it can be a little much, okay? So they move on and they meet with the lawyers about the postnup. I heard that MAFS provided prenups for all the couples. So I'm thinking, is this just for the show? Why are we doing this? But I guess you can't be too careful when you're making $415K a year. You just can't be too careful. I mean, I got a postnup, prenup, another postnup. We're going to nup it up all the way through to the end. Sasha's long-winded, but they come to an agreement. They sign the papers. So they go on their 1-month anniversary date. Looks nice, looks romantic. Not sure where they were at. But she says that Nate can communicate. I think, and this is my personal opinion, y'all let me know what you think in the comments. But I actually think, even though Nate may be he's one of the younger guys, I believe, Nate 34, we got some 30-year-olds. But he's younger than her, so she probably felt like he's going to be immature, this and that. No. I think Nate can communicate effectively. Even though he hasn't been to therapy, we feel like, until you've gone to therapy, you don't even know how to talk to people. No. He knows how to communicate and express himself. He's not disrespectful with it, even though he did, when he was talking to her, like, he was saying he felt like she was a B, I believe, but they blurted it out. I wasn't sure what the slur was, but he can communicate effectively with her. I think they're able to have these conversations that we haven't really seen in previous seasons, because the last few seasons, them couples was immature. I ain't gonna lie to you. So they're talking and saying how they feel. Nate is saying that he's falling in love with her. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Didn't you say this on the honeymoon? Is it just me? Am I the only one that heard it? I thought I heard him say he was falling in love with her on the honeymoon when he found out she bought a big old house. I don't know. But he said it again. And it's giving Steve Annoyed 2.0. It's giving she nagged you and coerced you and pushed you, and finally, you said it. It gave me Martin and Gina when Martin proposed. And he was like, you nagged and you begged, and finally, well, I'll give you what you want. Will you marry me? That's what it was given. Like, you done nagged them and pushed them. And I think he just wants to please her. So he just finally said it. So she said, well, where am I on the scale? Him saying I'm falling in love with you wasn't sufficient, because he already said it. It wasn't good enough. So she wants numbers, because you said 4 and she could not shake it. So he went from 4 out of 10 to a 7 or 8 out of 10. So she's overjoyed and smiling, and she can't stop, and she's so happy, and that's all she wanted. She didn't even say, did she say it back? Because I didn't hear it. Like, I feel like, girl, you was not feeling that. You ain't falling in love with him. You just want to know that he's falling in love with you, because you need to have control, and that's an issue. But it was good to see a happy moment from them. At this moment, they're giving me hope that they could be one of the couples to say yes on decision day. We never know what happens by the time the reunion roll around, but they could say yes on decision day, and I'm pretty sure they did. So they move on, and they're getting their wedding dates tattooed on their hand. They didn't get with numbers. They got forgot what it's called, but but they got it on their hand. I don't think I would have gotten it there. And I got a tattoo with my ex-husband, but I was 19 years old at the time. So yeah, doing something like that at that age, yes. Today's day, no. Especially not on my hand. Like, we can get a matching tattoo or something somewhere discreet that's between us, or somewhere else, but not on my hand. Because you never know. This is an experiment at the end of the day. Y'all are legally married, but we know that people be looking at this as an experiment until decision day comes and goes. And my new husband might feel away about me having this old thing on my hand. But they go ahead and they do that. She's nervous, even though she has other tattoos. Nate jokes like, okay, but you having a baby soon, so you worrying about this little bit of pain? Like, how you gonna handle having a baby? Well, touche, you do want to have a baby, but don't say these types of things and turn back around later on in the season and act like you don't want no baby because you went out and now you put it in her mind that y'all gonna be doing this. So don't say, when I said I wanted to wait 3 years, no, because when I wanted to get tattoos, you told her something about babies, so she's gonna be thinking about this. So they go ahead, they get it done. They're happy about it. He's with it. So it was good that he, was down for it because she already made the appointment. I feel like you don't make no appointment like that because if he would have pulled a Mitch and said no, you would have been in your feelings. They get on a group date. They tell everyone that things are going well between them. Sasha had to do some self-reflecting and really think about what she had, the changes she had to make within herself, not necessarily within the marriage or with Nate, but with herself. And that was good. Nate says that they compliment each other, and he tells Sasha in front of everyone, yet again, he's confirming and reassuring that he's falling in love with her and that she's his best friend. Now, I'd seen that commercial when he said, I'm not in love with you, so I got to see what that's about. Because in this moment, very sweet. For him to say it in front of everybody is, I think, even much better than when he told her. He told her, and then he told her again in front of everyone. So it's like, okay, now I'm doubling down on it, and I'm confirming with you so you feel reassured so that you never bring this up again. I'm showing you, I went to the lawyer's office, I'm moving in with you, I'm going to therapy, and I told you by yourself and in front of everyone. So at this point, she shouldn't have nothing else to say. But she gonna have something else to say, I am assuming. So here we are, the couple of all couples, Morgan and Ben. Ooh, this review getting long. Morgan and Ben. So Morgan meets up with her friend Deborah. Hey, Deb. Morgan says Ben is still venting to Justin about their issues. She told everybody about their issues at their taco/housewarming night. When he was trying to keep it, aloof and discreet, she was like, no, tell everybody, say everything, tell every detail. Now you don't want it told. And what is it? Because if this is nurse thing again, I don't want to hear it. Girl, we talked about it already. Sheesh. You wore your scrubs. You proved your point. You're a nurse. Goodness. So she gets upset and she leaves. And she's telling her friend exactly what happened that night. Because she got upset. She left the apartment when she found out when Alexis told her that Ben was being loose-lipped and running his mouth over there with Justin yet again. While Justin's having this conversation on speakerphone, I don't think that's cool at all. I understand couples pillow talk or whatever, and you would think it would just stay between the couple, but it's kind of odd when everybody's friends with everybody. Alexis and Morgan are building a friendship as well. Plus, Alexis really ain't feeling you like right now, so they probably like, ooh, let's get rid of these men together. They both want to get rid of their husbands and say no on decision day, so they coming up with a scheme and a scam to make sure they find enough reasons to get them up out of here. But I feel like Justin should have had enough respect for Ben, who's venting about this, to have this conversation in private. Like, you shouldn't be having this conversation on speakerphone. I don't think that was cool. It wasn't cool for Ben to, I guess, tell all the business either. But he needs somebody to talk to. The experts ain't nowhere to be found. Who else he supposed to be talking to? So she came back. She got mad at him, and then she left, and she went to go back home to her apartment. Ben went immediately down to Justin and Alexis' apartment because she said Alexis told me everything, so he's going straight to the source. Ben FaceTimed her from their apartment, and she went off on him. She let him have it. He shut down because that's every time she tears him up and rips him a new one, he just shuts down. I didn't see a connection, no way. Even on the wedding day that we had to wait so long for, like the couples was on their honeymoon for the 4th day and they just get married. I did not see no connection. Like, I didn't see it between them. I never saw it for them. But I feel like y'all don't have to go out like this. So, Ben and Justin, I said Ben and Justin. The next scene, Ben and Morgan are going back to their wedding venue for their 1 month anniversary. This happens every season. It's been happening like the last few seasons because I think, what was her name? Last season, it was Mike and, what was it? Oh my goodness. They have seasons so often now. Like, I can't even remember the people's names. I think I started with a J. She was very pretty, but they didn't work out. They broke up. Mike was kind of short. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They did it last season. It's been happening in the last few seasons. That at least one couple, the redhead from a couple seasons back, and they're still married with the bald guy, they did it. So I feel like I keep seeing them going back to their wedding venue. At least one couple does it. And usually it's a romantic, sweet thing, but not this time. Morgan came in there hot, stomping them wedges down to the ground, and she took his flowers. He's like, be careful, there's thorns. She threw them things on the ground. Them thorns ain't sharper than what she about to give you. She about to give you a lashing with her tongue and her mouth. She about to let you have it. So Morgan's accusing him of lying, but she isn't saying what he's lying about because he's like, that nurse thing, we've already talked about it, and that's what I thought. So, I'm thinking again that she just wants to get out of marriage and she's just making up stuff at this point. Because if you ain't going to say it, don't half it. Don't half say it. Say it or don't say nothing. Like, seriously. So, she's like, look, you lied. You said things about me. She starts over-talking him, won't let him get a word in. I have to do it yet again for like the third or fourth time. Morgan, you lied too. All of this started because you lied first. You lied first. I'm almost thinking she told that little white lie just in case she didn't like who her husband was. She could use it as a reason to get out the marriage because at this point, you're running this down to the ground. But, I'm not sure what to believe because she's trying to talk over top of him and she's not letting him say anything, which makes me feel like maybe he was about to say something that she didn't want him to say. I think she knows at this point she can just kind of yell at him and he'll just shut down. So she just keeps doing it. And it's just not fair and it's not right. Because if it was the other way around, we would be all over him. So it's not right when she does it either. Ben just keeps apologizing because he doesn't know what to do. Eventually he comes on and says, like, I just don't know what else to do. And we can tell. Morgan won't let up. She got her foot and her wedge on his neck. And she said, I'm going to stay in as I could leave, but I don't want to pay the fines. I'm just kidding. I said that. She didn't say that, but she probably was thinking it, though, allegedly. She didn't want to pay them fines. And she also wants to remind him every day she about to make his life HE double hockey 6. She going to remind him every day how much he hurt her. It's giving women scorned. He hasn't done anything. It's giving I'm carrying trauma from before into this new relationship. It's giving it's going to be a hell nah on decision day. So Ben gets to the room that was initially set up for them. It was romantic with rose petals and stuff. And again, Ben, hey Ben, I heard you like I'm a little chocolate tea. Ben, I mean, you're a little cheap, but we can work on that. Ben DMs, when I say Ben DMs, about to blow up. And I don't want, YouTube, don't be taking it out of context. I'm just saying that he going to get a lot of messages in his inbox. The ladies is going to be there waiting for him at the door. So, he's looking at their wedding photos and he's getting upset. He says he feels like he just got punched in the face. There's no hope at this point. They can go on and say no. Like, I hate that they make these couples kind of force it just because they got to finish filming. Like, it's over. Sheesh. So, Morgan and Ben don't attend the group date. And I'm wondering if this couple was on UK and it wasn't legal, would they even ride it out to the end? Probably not. They probably would just go, honestly. But that was all of the couples. Let me know what y'all think is going to happen next week, because next week, Morgan and Ben link back up with the rest of the group, and it looks like it's about to go down. So let me know how y'all are feeling. How do you think Morgan overreacted? Do you think Sasha was doing the most, kind of almost peer pressuring Nate to say, I love you? What's going on with Alexis and Justin? And Lindy and Miguel, snooze fest. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. It's free 99. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.